Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss some aspects of teaching vocabulary to primary pupils. And later, I'm going to introduce to you some techniques to present vocabulary to young learners. First, let's talk about the different goals that teachers should aim at when teaching vocabulary to young learners at primary schools. Can you name some of the goals that you, the teachers, should aim at when you teach vocabulary to your pupils? Okay, thank you. In general, there are 8 different goals of the vocabulary session. The first goal is to help pupils recognize the word when it is pronounced. To do this, the teachers have to pronounce the words correctly so that their pupils can recognize them. Secondly, pupils can pronounce the word correctly, including stress. That means pupils have to practice saying the words several times until they can pronounce them correctly. Number 3, pupils can write the word with the correct spelling. Fourthly, pupils become familiar with the vocabulary in written form so that it is recognized when it is met in text. Next, pupils will know what the word means in the particular context in which it has occurred and know how to put the words into a sentence. More importantly, pupils can produce the word to express its meaning and use the word correctly in an original sentence, grammatical functions. The last 2 goals are difficult to meet if teachers do not create chances for their pupils to use the words they have learned in the productive language skills such as speaking and writing. To achieve all these goals, teachers have to scaffold the steps in teaching vocabulary carefully. Usually, there are 3 main steps involved: present, practice, and produce. And each step requires the use of different techniques to be effective. In the next part of the video, I am going to introduce to you some techniques to present vocabulary effectively to young learners. There are a variety of techniques or activities, but the following suggested techniques can be effective with most of the words in the new textbooks. There are 1. Using relier or real objects. 2. Using flashcards. 3. Using total physical response, TPR. 4. Using verbal explanations, including examples. And 5. Using synonyms or antonyms. First, we are going to learn how to use relier in presenting new vocabulary to young learners. This technique can help pupils connect the vocabulary with the real objects by looking at them, touching them, and even smelling them, so they can remember the vocabulary better and longer. To present new words using this technique, first, teacher needs to bring some real objects to the class. For example, if he or she teaches the words about school things, the teacher can bring rules, books, textbooks, rubber, chalk, and if the words are about colors, he or she can bring the objects with different colors to class, or teacher can wear colorful clothes. With each new word, teachers show the pupils the objects and let them look, touch, or smell these objects and say the words out loud. Teacher can repeat the activity with the words in different order. And then, teacher drills each word with the class with some pupils, both the strong and the weak ones. Now, watch the video to see how a teacher uses reliers to present different shapes to her pupils.
Rectangle. A rectangle. Yes. What's this?
Triangle.
It's a ruler, but it's a triangle, in the shape of a triangle. This is another ruler, but it's in the shape of a rectangle. Of a rectangle, yes. What's this?
Circle.
It's an apple, but we can say that it's in the shape of a circle. Yes. What's this?
Circle.
Yes, it's a plate, but again in the shape of a circle. What have I got here? What's this?
Square.
So this is the box from the song, yes, and it's a square, and there's something inside. Ah, what's this?
Circle.
Yes, it's a button, but it's a circle. And what's this?
Heart.
It's a triangle. It's an earring, but it's a triangle. And I've got another one, a pink one. Does it look like a triangle?
Triangle.
Yes, another triangle. Good. Now what else have I got? What's this? It's a toy, but in the shape of a star. Alright. And look at these funny glasses.
Heart.
Yes, they're in the shape of a heart. Okay. What's this? It's a CD, but it's also a circle. Yes. And what's this?
Rectangle.
Yes, it's also a rectangle. Alright. So now I want you to stand up, and if I say circle, then you have to move. Oh, sorry. And what's this?
Circle.
No.
Oval.
An oval. It's a balloon, but it's also in the shape of an oval. Alright. So, when I say, for example, circle, you need to move around the classroom and touch circle. Okay? And if I say rectangle, you have to move around the classroom and touch something in the shape of a rectangle. Can we try? Yes?
But what are some pros and cons of this activity? The obvious advantage is that it makes the learning experience more memorable, and teachers can reduce time for explaining the concept. As the result, learning will become more effective. However, the choice of values is limited, so teacher cannot use the activity often. Okay, so that's the first technique for presenting vocabulary to primary school students. Next, we are going to learn how to use another technique called Total Physical Response, or TPR, to present vocabulary items. This technique can give pupils the opportunities to capture the meaning of the new words through actions or miming, and therefore they can understand the words' meanings clearly without too much explanation from the teacher. This technique can be used most effectively with the action verbs and some adjectives. So, how to carry out this technique? First, teacher does each action at a time and says the word for the pupils to watch and listen. Remember that at this stage, pupils do not say the words or do the action. They just watch the teacher and listen to the words. Next, teacher does the actions, say the words in the same order as in the first stage, and pupils imitate the teacher by doing the actions and saying the words at the same time. Last, teacher does the action without saying the words, first in the same order as the first two stages, and then in different orders, and pupils say the words and do the actions. The clear advantage of this activity is that it is relaxing, fun, suitable with the learning style of most of the primary school pupils, which is learning by doing. Therefore, Pupils will enjoy it and they can learn the words naturally. However, this activity, the class can be noisy, and some teachers who are not good at acting may not be confident to do the actions in front of the students. Another technique that can be effective in presenting new vocabulary items is using flashcards. This activity can be used to help pupils connect the vocabulary with the objects, and therefore they can remember the vocabulary better. To present new words using this technique, first, teacher needs to prepare a set of flashcards of the words that he or she wants to teach the pupils. To begin with, teacher shows each picture for the whole class to look at, and then say the words 3 times. After that, teacher shows each picture, says each word once, and asks the whole class to repeat the words. Next, teacher shows the pictures, say the words, and pupils say the words 3 times. Last, teacher flashes the cards at higher speed without saying the word, and pupils say the words more quickly. Now, watch the video to see how a teacher uses this technique to present new words to her pupils.
Okay, we're going to talk about how to present new language in 3 easy steps. The 3 easy steps are teaching the vocabulary, the sentence pattern, and the question form. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can teach the vocabulary. Are you ready to be my students?
Yes.
Good. Okay, can you repeat after me? Computer.
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 Globe.
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 Notebook.
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 Eraser.
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 Very good. Now say it 3 times. Computer. 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 Again.
Computer. Computer. Computer.
Globe. Globe.
Globe. Globe.
Again.
Globe. Globe. Globe.
Notebook.
Notebook. Notebook. Notebook.
Again.
Notebook. Notebook. Notebook.
Eraser.
Eraser. Eraser. Eraser.
Again.
Eraser. Eraser. Eraser.
Very good. Now say it 1 time.
Computer.
Computer.
Globe.
Globe.
Notebook.
Notebook.
Eraser.
Eraser.
Computer. Globe. Notebook. Eraser. Computer. Eraser. Globe. Eraser. Notebook. Computer. Globe.
Very good. And in this way, we gradually increase the speed so that the students are speaking by themselves and are able to learn the vocabulary and to say them fluently.
So, what are the pros and cons of this activity? One of the strengths of this activity is that it can capture students' attention, as it provides the visual support for the vocabulary, so the young learners can remember the words more quickly without teachers translating these words into Vietnamese. They are also less likely to forget these words because the images are similar to the objects they see in their everyday life. Moreover, the flashcards can be recycled for other classes and other activities in later stages of practice and produce. So, teachers can save time and money. However, it can require much of the teacher's preparation at the beginning.